Hi everyone, today is Sunday, the 21st of February, and I have a couple things I wanted to go over for the weekly Spotlight update. And the first one's about cell phones. You'll see over on the left there that we're starting to see an uptick on students bringing cell phones throughout the day at school. So it's no problem that they bring them to school, but they do need to keep them in their locker. Of course, if you need your student or students, just call the office, and it's very easy to get to them, whether it's us calling the classroom, me going down to get them, or a million other ways that we can get them. So, but students, of course, are trying to use them and play around with them. So I did want to send that home on, what that looks like. The second topic, state testing. Last year we didn't have state testing. Of course, with COVID, it was all canceled. This year, we're having state testing, and we are moving it as far back as we're allowed. The state gives us a window from which we can test, and we are, obviously we want as much time to work with the students before we have the state test. So you'll notice that we have ELA would be grades 5, 6, and 7. That's going to be the 27th and 28th of April. Math, that's going to be May 4th and 5th, and that also is that's grades 5, 6, and 7. And science is actually 5th grade. Now, of course, over at the high school, 8th grade also. But science in the state of Ohio is tested in 5th and 8th grade at the middle school level. But for the middle school, again, May 6th and 7th. Scheduling. We're starting to look at scheduling already this year. And, of course, the master schedules being built, and we're looking at all the different things that we'll adjust for next year. And I'll have more on scheduling, but we will have some opportunity for students to make some choices, and we have some really cool things that I'll share with you in an upcoming episode on some electives and things that we'll be utilizing, and I think it's a really great thing for kids. Track. So track signups are underway, and your student or students might come home and say, they've been, in the 6th or 7th grade lunch, they've been announcing, trying to get us to sign up with track. So we have a good start of students who have signed up, for track. It is only for 7th graders, and of course 8th graders and high school students. But here at the middle school, we do want to really encourage students, and I know they initially say, well, I don't like to run. There are other events. Tomorrow I will be reading off the events. And also I'm looking at bringing over a couple former boys and girls, middle school runners, to kind of tell them, A, what it's about, and B, even if you do other things, like you're on some kind of club baseball team or soccer, there is still time for you to do this in your schedule. Coach DeVanzo, is our coach, and Coach Hancock, and they'll be able to help out with any questions. Homework. I just would like you to consider, checking in on students with homework. I know a lot of students will just say, I don't have any homework, or I did it at school. Sometimes that's true, sometimes that's not true. We are working at the middle school to utilizing the idea of study hall to, use that time wisely, to ask the teacher in the room questions. You have an educator right there that can clarify or go over concepts. So just talk with them, and homework is designed to extend concepts, to let them practice, and it's an important thing. And a lot of students suffer lower grades, and learning has dropped a little bit because they're not utilizing that time also. And the final thing I have would just be questions that you may or may not have. Think about something you'd like to say. If you have any questions, ideas, or concerns, I'd love to hear. Our goal is, to keep everyone safe, and also we want to push them to their potential, and look at the whole child. School's one part of school. Academics is one part of school. The social aspect is one part of school. And kids are going through a lot with everything going on, and it's very important that we remember how precious and important kids are. So, okay, well, I appreciate you taking a minute to watch this. I do try to keep these really short. So again, thanks for checking it out, and I'll see you next week.